Wellington Academy was a place where talent was a birthright, not something earned. The school's grand halls echoed with the sounds of privilege, polished violins, perfectly tuned pianos, and names that belonged to generations of greatness. But for Daniel Lawson, a young scholarship student from the other side of town, it was a different world altogether. From the moment he walked through the academy's doors, he was an outsider. Whispers followed him. Some students ignored him, while others made it clear he didn't belong. But Daniel didn't come to fit in, he came to play. Daniel had always loved music. It was his sanctuary, his escape. When he first touched a piano at age 5, he felt an unexplainable connection. His mother, a single parent working multiple jobs, sacrificed everything to nurture his talent. The Wellington Academy scholarship was supposed to be his ticket to success. But here, talent wasn't enough, it had to be paired with legacy and privilege. Despite this, Daniel kept his head down and practiced diligently. He stayed late after classes, sneaking into the empty music hall to lose himself in the melodies. Music didn't care where he came from. It spoke a language of its own, one that Daniel was fluent in. One day, during an advanced music class, Ms. Whitmore, the school's notoriously strict instructor, turned to Daniel with a smirk. "Lawson," she said, tapping the grand piano. "Since you're so eager to prove yourself, why don't you play something for us?" Daniel nodded and placed his fingers on the keys, prepared to perform Chopin. "No," Ms. Whitmore interrupted, her voice sharp. "Let's make it a real test. Play Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata without sheet music." A murmur spread through the class. The piece was legendary, demanding both technical mastery and deep emotion. Without sheet music, it was nearly impossible. Daniel knew what this was, a setup, a spectacle meant to humiliate him. But he also knew something else. He was ready. Daniel closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and let his fingers move. The first note rang out, soft yet powerful, like a whisper cutting through silence. The room, once filled with judgment, was now entranced. Each note carried more than just sound, it carried Daniel's struggle, his passion, his story. The air shifted. The students who had once doubted him were now leaning forward, captivated. The melody rose and fell like waves, echoing not just Beethoven's genius but Daniel's soul. His hands moved with effortless grace, and for the first time, the academy felt like his stage. Even Ms. Whitmore, arms crossed, found herself speechless. As the final note lingered in the air, silence followed. And then applause. A single clap, then another, until the entire room stood in awe. Ms. Whitmore cleared her throat. "Impressive," she muttered, her usual coldness fading. Daniel smiled. He didn't need her validation, he had already won. That night, a student secretly uploaded Daniel's performance online. Within days, it went viral, inspiring millions around the world. Daniel Lawson had come to Wellington Academy as an outsider. But he left that room as something else, an artist, a force, a name that could never be ignored. Because talent isn't about privilege. It's about heart. And Daniel had plenty of it. This story is a reminder that talent knows no boundaries. Greatness is not determined by where you come from but by the passion and perseverance within you. Never let anyone tell you that you don't belong. The world belongs to those who dare to dream and work tirelessly to make those dreams a reality. So, whether you are an artist, a musician, or someone chasing an impossible dream, keep going. Your moment will come. And when it does, let the world hear your song.